Welcome to part 2 of the video tutorial on how to set up Gtest on Visual Studio 2010 for C++. Below how to set up the linker on property pages for our project. So let's go here and let's choose the General tab and locate the field name Additional Libraries directory. Here we're going to add the directories. Remember the debug and release directory that the Gtest compilation output did for us. Since right now in my project, as you can see here, I'm in debug mode, I'm going to add this path, which this will basically, it's telling to our project where are the object libraries that we need to use for our test. So we click OK, click Apply. Now let's switch to the release configuration. Let's go here. Now instead of using the debug directory, we need to use the release version, and this again, it will tell our project where to locate the object libraries for release mode to use Gtest. So we click OK and we click Apply. Now we have to do one more step. We have to specify which object libraries we want to use from the location that we just specified. So right now I just switched to debug mode, and I'm going to check what is in the names of the object libraries. So you can see here we have two object libraries, one named Gtest underscore main D and one called Gtest D. Notice the D at the end, and this is I believe it's to signal that these object libraries are for debug, a debug configuration. So I'm just going to type it here. I'm going to put here Gtest D that lib semicolon, and I'm gonna also to add the other object library called Gtest underscore main D that lib. The second object library is optional, and what the second library named Gtest main underscore main D that lib does for us, we don't have to write our own main. So I'm a little bit lazy, and you know, the less type, the good for me, the better for me. So you know, with that, I don't need to write a main function. Gtest you know, will run the test for me. So I'm just gonna click OK. I'm gonna click Apply. Now let's switch to the release mode as well. Here the names are almost the same, but not, I believe, if I'm remembering well, the release version doesn't have, they don't have the D at the end. So I'm just going to type here Gtest colon Gtest underscore main, forgetting type that leave. I'm going to click OK and Apply. Now let me, good. And I need to do one more step, and this is not related to Gtest, but to Visual Studio, the new version of 2010. The command prompt, the console closes as soon as your program finish running. The console, the output console closes really fast. So it's really hard to see what is the output. So what's the workaround? Well, basically the only thing that we have to do is go to the linkers, go to the system tab, and where it says subsystem, we have we have many options here, and I'm going to choose the first one called console, subsystem : console. I'm going to click it there. I'm going to click apply. Now we are good to go, and the only thing remaining is our code. Let me bring it for you. Give me 1 second. Right, you have a code that I wrote before. Let me just paste it, paste it, and here we have a test, a very simple test. Again, I'm not explaining you how to use the framework. The documentation, it's really good. It's much better than my sample here. I'm just showing you how to set up the framework. And as you can see here, I'm just testing an output number. I'm doing a math operation, power. I'm basically raising 4 to the 2, and I'm expecting 16 as a value. So you can see here I have my expected value 16, float type, and actual value, whatever this function is returning, it will be storage here, and I'm going to use expect float equal or almost equal. You know why it's almost equal? Please again refer to the documentation. It's a little bit hard to compare floating point numbers. So I'm just gonna run it. Right now I'm in the debug mode, and I'm gonna compile it and see how it goes. As you can see, it's working fine. It's telling us that it passed the test, and now I'm going to run it in the release mode as well. Just give it a second, and I'm going to compile it, and I'm going to run it. So this I just show you how to set up Gtest on Visual Studio. Now let's just for show you how when you change the output, I mean this function should return a floating point number 16, but I put my expected value to be 1.0. So this test should fail. So let's see how it failed. And as you can see, it's telling us the output at line 36 that we were expecting 16, but the expected value it's 1, so it failed the test. So that's it. My video tutorial for Gtest and how to set up Gtest on Visual Studio. Before I go, I would like to mention that I don't work for Google nor Microsoft, and I'm not speaking in behalf of them. I'm just a user of the framework. And if you have any question, you can contact me at help@armandofonseca.com, or you can just send me an email at YouTube channel, whatever it's the easiest for you. Thank you, and have a good one.